Raw TV. I am not black. I am not black.
Remembers us, but when we're bad, nobody forgets us. So, we might as well become the darkest and most twisted souls out there. We'll be the villains, the monsters, the ones nobody can resist. We'll be the forces of chaos, the destroyers of worlds. We'll be the ones that get whispered about in the dark corners of the night. The ones who are feared and respected. The ones who are remembered. We'll be the ones who rule the shadows. The ones who command the darkness. We'll be the ones who make an impact. And we'll make sure that no one will ever forget us. Not even long after we're gone.
You gotta shut off technology. Yeah, go here. I call it the dark room, where you're alone. No cell phones, no music, no TVs, no computers. You by yourself. Very few people want to be alone anymore. be around noise and people, and you can't think. Be alone. Go to that dark space. In that dark space, shut life off for a little bit. Go to a dark place in your mind and figure out what the you want to be.
The superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying it. Well, I think it's critical, and I do think that these times where you just think about things, just be alone and think about things, are so rare these days. And I think during those rare times is when you really get to understand what you actually believe or don't believe.
If you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, and if they cannot stop you, then you become something else entirely. You become a force of nature, a symbol of hope and despair, of good and evil. You become the embodiment of an idea, of a concept, of a belief. You become something greater, something that cannot be broken or defeated. You become a legend, a myth, a tale told around the world. You become a hero, a villain, a god, a devil, a force that none can oppose. Become unbeatable. Become unstoppable.
Go into the darkness. The dark room allows you to go through a deeper transformation. And when I say deeper transformation, you will go through the pain and suffering that you had since the time of your in the mother's womb. So things will start coming up backwards in time. And why does that happen? So the darkness is basically the lights start to activate inside the head. When I say the lights activate inside the head, I'm talking about the pineal gland activates. So if any of you heard of ayahuasca or DMT or acid, any of those drugs, this is a natural way to get to that level of expansion of consciousness that will stay there for the next 5 to 6 months afterwards even. So what really happens in the body? The endocrine system activates, but in order for the pineal to activate, the endocrine system needs to activate completely and fully. So that means your kundalini energy needs to rise, the earth energy, right? And what really happens is, because there's no lights coming into your eyes, the pineal gland activates itself and starts to create these crystalline lights. As these crystalline lights activate, in order for them to fully activate, all the trauma in your emotional body, in your mental body, start to come up to the surface, and you kind of have to learn how to surrender.
Take yourself back to that dark place. That place where you had no hope. And I want you to remember how far you came. We didn't come this far to only come this far. I was forged in the heat of darkness. I was molded by its harshness and cruelty. I am not a product of light and warmth. I am a product of the night and the cold. I was shaped by its harshness, and I have become its embodiment. I am like steel that has been tempered in the fire, made stronger by the flames that burned away its weakness. The darkness has made me the perfect weapon, one that can inflict pain and misery with a single stroke. Beware, for I am a product of the darkness, and I will not hesitate to use my power to destroy you.
It is important to know the darkness. It is important to go into that dark place, your state of meditation, your state of loneliness, in order for you to release the beast that is within you. Because once you tap into the darkness, at any given time, you can transform. Nila hostindia hostiaka. Warsakarita. Nestakarata. You have control of the darkness, and the darkness has control of you. Go into the darkness. This is where your power lies.
Raw TV. I am not black. I am not black.